Now, again, I'm not in favor of a lot of the people saying what they are saying right now on the right. I disagree with Tucker Carlson about Russia and Ukraine. I disagree with Candace Owens about Russia and Ukraine. I disagree with a lot of the people I work with about Russia and Ukraine. This does not make them traitors. The left has now expanded the definition of traitor to encompass people who don't like what they say about Ukraine. And they've narrowed the definition of traitor to exclude people who overtly hate the United States. If you overtly hate the United States, you might actually just be a good American patriot. But if you're not militant enough on Ukraine, this makes you a traitor.
In 1991, at the beginning of the end of the Soviet Union, Ukraine declared independence after nearly 70 years under Moscow's control. And when Russian President Vladimir Putin took power a decade later, he began trying to get it back. At a NATO summit in 2008, he reportedly told then-President George W. Bush that Ukraine was not even a country. And he repeated those claims last week before launching the invasion.
Modern Ukraine was entirely created by Russia.
That claim ignores the centuries of history through which modern Ukraine took shape. It was first home to the Kievan Rus people. Over time, it was absorbed by Poland and Lithuania, and then the Russian Empire and Austria-Hungary. A post-World War I treaty briefly recognized its independence. The Ukrainian Socialist Soviet Republic was born in 1922. In 1932, Soviet leader Joseph Stalin deliberately imposed famine there, killing at least 3 million Ukrainians in a single year. By 1954, the country that exists today was part of the USSR. But even after Ukraine declared independence in 1991, pro-Russian political elements remained, which Putin exploited.
What?
Here's what they're referring to. He right there is saying if Keith Olbermann says that Tucker Carlson should be investigated, or if Whoopi Goldberg and some of the other women on The View say that Tulsi Gabbard should be investigated, that is now the de facto position of the left, despite the fact that not a single one of those persons is on the left. I don't even think they would claim that they're on the left. They consider themselves old school liberal Democrats. They're not leftists in any way. What actual leftist is saying Tucker Carlson isn't just willfully dangerous and misinforming the public, he is a literal traitor who should be tried and executed? What leftist is saying that? But they need the straw man. It's not enough for them to disagree with Keith Olbermann and The View, who, by the way, I would disagree with and do on this and many issues. It's not enough. It has to be us versus them, and some influential Hollywood Democratic liberals isn't enough. It has to be the entirety. They're all on the left, even if they're not at all.
Yeah, I thank you for giving me that decode, because I had no idea what he was referring to. I assume
that's what he means.
It has to be. I mean, otherwise there's like literally nothing else to point to. But no, it's okay. It's okay to disagree with people on your side. You should have elaborated on that instead of immediately pivoting over to the left to make them the boogeymen. I think the left overall has, well, most of the left. There are definitely some contrarians who like to pose as the left, who are awful, and they're engaging in the same apologism that we're seeing from Candace Owens and others. But for the most part, the genuine left has been pretty right on this issue. So.